Hi, Karen Curry Parker here with your weekly Human Design Evolution Report. Today I want to take a little pause in our traditional Human Design Evolution Report and do a quick review of the creative process. The Human Design year is actually sectioned off into 4 quarters. Each one of these quarters has a theme or a role in the creative process, and over the course of a year, we go through an entire creative cycle. Each one of those quarters actually also has built into the individual quarter its own creative cycle. We always start off a quarter with direction, with intentions, with goals. In the middle of every quarter, we stop, we take a pause, we take a break, we recalibrate our direction with our heart, and then we continue the creative process until the next quarter begins. We are right now in a quarter that is all about what I call seeding the universe. This is an energy that's going to carry us into May. This is very much like, it's not really exactly spring, it's sort of spring winter. It is, or maybe winter spring. This is an energy when we are looking at what we seek or desire to create in our year, and we are right now really doing the work of the seed, but the work of the seed prior to its emergence from the depth of the dark, warm, moist, nourishing soil. When the seed is below the surface of the soil, when it's in the dirt and we can't see it, just because we can't see it doesn't mean nothing's happening. And if we want our seeds to grow, we have to still tend to the soil. I live in Minnesota. This is the time of year when we start growing baby plants in the basement because you can't put them outside yet. But if we want to get a good head start on summer when we put out our garden, we got to have our tomatoes and our peppers and everything already kind of sprouted and ready to go. So I've got seeds in peat pots downstairs. They're in the nice, warm, sunny place so that they can receive the light that they need, so that they get the nourishment that they need. I have nice, high quality, warm, gushy, mushy, dark peat pots. I'm taking care of my seeds. My 8-year-old daughter actually likes to go and talk to the seeds. So once a day we go downstairs and we talk to the seeds. We're nourishing these seeds. And even though we can't see the plants yet, what's happening beneath the soil is these seeds are getting ready, right? They're slowly beginning to crack that outer surface of the seed, and the roots are beginning to go down, and all the energy is building for the shoots to eventually then go up and break through into the light. The creative process that we're in, the cycle that we're in right now, is very much like this seeding cycle. Okay, we are taking our dreams, our intentions, our aspirations, our visions, our desires, and we are nurturing them. We have been actively really doing this in the last couple of weeks. We have been tending to the dreams that we've been wanting to create. We've been taking care of holding the fire, the light, the energy on our dreams. We've been focusing on building faith and holding the frequency, the energy of trust, and recognizing and knowing that we are sustained as we work towards the manifestation of our intentions and our desires. You probably, over the course of the last couple of weeks, have really been thinking a lot about, what do I really want, and how do I hold that frequency, that creative frequency of faith and abundance around the idea that my dream, my vision could actually become manifest. We are now in the beginning of the next phase of this process, and in this next phase of this process, we continue to work with the energy of sustainability. It's very easy when we're working with the light and the fire and the passion of dreaming. It's very easy over the long haul of the manifestation process to sometimes get discouraged, to lose our steam, to get burned out, especially if it feels like you're not seeing any proof yet. Like you're working it, and nothing's happening. The soil is just dark dirt, or maybe even in my case, it's still snowing on top of the soil, and you've been spending your last couple of weeks digging out, trying to get back to at least the soil level, right? It takes energy to sustain a vision. It takes energy to sustain a dream. So what we're being called upon to do right now as we engage in this dance with the universe and this dance with our faith and this dance with our creative capacity is we are being called upon right now to sustain our vision, to hold true, to use the power of our will, not to push through the creative process, not to say, you know what, God, don't worry about this. I got it. I'll make it happen. Many of us have probably got a lifetime of overriding divine order, overriding divine will, and using our own personal little human will to go out there and try to force things to happen. And the truth is, you may get a modicum of success. We're pretty powerful, right? But at the same time, if you've been overriding the divine plan, you may have been drawing on energy that you maybe don't have sustainably. That's the first piece. And secondly, you probably haven't really gotten the results you were hoping for. You were pushing and pushing and pushing and burning yourself out and not letting the infinite power of the quantum field of the universe to support you in the manifestation of your dreams, because you didn't wait, because you didn't hold that energy sustainably until the timing was right, until all the beautiful, infinite, serendipitous, synchronous things that happen when things manifest magically. You didn't wait for that. And so you used your finite energy to create something that maybe was less than what it could have been, maybe was less than what you were holding in your dream and your vision. And you walked away feeling kind of disappointed, or maybe like God didn't really care about you, or maybe you were angry or bitter or even frustrated that you put all this energy into it and it didn't quite pop. So we have to remember that when we are in this creative process, that our role in the creative process is to sustain the vision, to sustain the dream, and then to wait with the positive expectation that the magic will happen when we continue to hold the note, even if we don't see yet the evidence of what we are seeding manifesting into form. That takes energy. It takes energy to hold that vision. And the energies of this week, the position of the sun and the earth, are giving us an extra shot of will to hold true to the vision. But we get confused sometimes when we get an extra shot of will, because sometimes we think that means we have now the new willpower to go out and force it to happen. It's not about the will to do. It's about the will to sustain, the will to continue to hold the vision, the will to, while we're waiting, continue to calibrate our creative power, our creative energy, to continue to calibrate the heart. That means waiting is not supposed to be an energy intensive thing. We're not supposed to be sitting there going, okay, when's it gonna happen, and using all this force trying to wait. That sounds sort of, oxymoronic already, right? But that's yet how some of us wait, right? We're constantly looking at our clock. We're searching for evidence, or we're out pushing. The waiting that happens, that keeps us sustainable, is about waiting and resting, waiting and integrating, waiting and nurturing ourselves, continuing to prepare ourselves. Remember, the seed does better when it's in the light, when it has good soil, when it gets water. That's where we're at right now. We are nurturing the energy of ourselves and trusting that even though we are not actively engaged in the doing part of the creative cycle just yet, we are still preparing the foundation. And part of that foundation is making sure that you yourself are sustainable, that you yourself will, when the timing is right, have the energy then to leap into action in response to what the universe presents to you, in response to that divine unfolding of the red carpet that says, now is the time. Now is the time for you to get out there and walk that carpet and move towards the full manifestation of that dream. Now is the time where you, human you, and the infinite source, quantum field, God, whatever you want to call it, will partner together to harness energies beyond what you can harness by yourself and create something fabulous. But you can't get there if you missed the boat because you got frustrated waiting and you didn't wait long enough and you decided to take matters into your own hand. And you can't get there if, when that red carpet rolls out, you're too tired to walk it because you were so busy worrying and fretting and trying to find evidence and searching under rocks and driving yourself basically cuckoo, trying to make things happen. We are designed to be fully supported. We are designed to be sufficient, meaning we are designed to have everything we need to fulfill our life purpose. Not only that, as we are fulfilling our life purpose, we are given the energy and the resources necessary to not only fulfill our own purpose, but to ultimately serve the world in whatever way the world needs. But it's not our job to figure it out, and it's not our job to force it or to push it or to use our will to go against the divine unfolding. It is our job to hold the frequency of energy. It is our job, particularly as we are entering into this powerful quantum era of enhanced creative capacity, where we are learning to create not from the physical movement of our bodies, but learning to create with the power of our frequency. As we continue to develop this skill, we are being taught by the planets and being shown by the universe that when we hold the frequency of faith, when we hold the frequency of expectation, when we nurture ourselves and walk in beauty while we're waiting, and we enjoy our life while we're waiting, that the perfect answer, the perfect manifestation of our dreams, our visions, our prayers show up. And when they show up, we don't have to figure it all out with our heads. You don't have to get up here and think about what's the next step. All you have to do is just follow the clues that unfold in front of you. It can actually be easy. It can actually be rather effortless and pretty magical if you let it be. So, themes for this week: practice resting, taking care of yourself, staying sustainable. Do things that make you feel good. You're more creative when you feel good. Rest, restore, regenerate, nourish your energy. Be in communion with each other. This is a powerful energy for hanging out and just having fun and enjoying all the juicy, valuable, precious things that life has to offer for us. Take a breath and know that as you continue to hold the energy of faith, see the possibilities of what could be coming for you next, that as you stay in that place of positive expectation and open up to the magic of possibility, that whatever the next step is necessary for you will reveal itself. And when you're ready, if your energy is good, if you're in that place of joy and beauty, you'll be ready to take that next step. You'll be ready to go in that next level of your creative journey, and it'll be awesome. So have a great week. Take care of yourselves. Have fun. Walk in beauty. See you next week.